So my picture,
Sorry.
my picture is inspired by a photograph. It's inspired by a photograph I took at the Scary Dairy. Now, if you don't know the background of the Scary Dairy, it's part of the Channel Islands University. It used to be the California State Hospital, mental hospital. So the Scary Dairy was a place that patients could go to learn how to work in farming and take care of animals. It was therapeutic. It was part of their treatment. And the Scary Dairy is now a debilitated building. Well, two buildings. Technically, it's several structures in an area. You have the barn, which is destroyed, and then you have the office looking kind of building, which has burned down several times. And so I took an image from inside. It's it itself, if you go to the Scary Dairy, almost every single wall is covered in graffiti. Some of it is really interesting, inspiring. Some of it is not so much. It's just cuss words and inappropriate things. But there's some very humorous things there. There's some kind of really kind of creepy things there because it's considered haunted. And I found the place really interesting and inspiring in that way because it was so. Everybody left their mark there. There was. On every single wall, there was some piece of graffiti, and it was kind of incredible to look at. And then, so I wanted to paint it because it was very inspiring. And so I chose an image I took in a picture of an outer area where in the background you see the hills, which were very beautiful. It was very picturesque, almost like a painting in its own right. And then, as I was painting this, I thought it was interesting because one of the things I realized is you have to kind of back up the image, because especially when you're painting graffiti, because if you realize this graffiti is layered on and layered on and layered on. So in order to fully understand what is going on, like where are the colors situated and stuff like that, you have to kind of work backwards almost and figure out what color was put on there first, what's on top of it, what does this image look like about, and what did it look like originally. So you have to kind of work back and kind of go back in this timeline in your mind to figure out how it worked. Because, like, if you look at this, obviously, the gray walls, the walls were originally gray and now they have color on top of them. But in the background, you see, like, greens and purples. And then on top of that, you have blue lettering, black lettering. And especially right here where you see you have this, like, explosion painted on top of all these other images, and then even this explosion has this green graffiti that's much newer painted on top of it. So you have to kind of figure out what came first, what came second, what came third. And when you're working with acrylic, you can layer it, thank God. But like if I were doing watercolor, I would not be able to do that. So I'd have to figure out ahead of time where I want colors and how I want this to look and how I want to do it, which kind of made me think more about the composition of the painting and the colors working within it. Like, how do I get this color? How does it work with the other colors? Will it mix? Will it move? So that's one of the things I learned.